What is life? We've all asked that question at least once. But here's the crazy thing. Sometimes a video game can teach us more about life than most philosophy books ever could. The Last of Us isn't just a story about survival. It's a mirror that reflects life harsh truths. And today, I want to explore how the choices of Joe, Ellie, Abby, and others wrestle with the meaning of life itself. And trust me, the last character I will cover might completely flip how you see this story. Let's start with Joe. For years, Joe carried the weight of his past, the thing he had to do to survive, the people he hurt along the way, and eventually, that past caught up to him. His choice led directly to his death, and it's a reminder for all of us, no matter how far you run, you can't escape the shadow of your past. But if you think Joe's story is tragic, wait until we talk about Tommy, because his arc shows how even loyalty can turn into something bitter and destructive. One event can change who we are. Tommy started as a loyal brother, the one you could always count on. But after Joe's death, that loyalty turned into bitterness. He abandoned his people, his leadership, and even Ellie at times. The way he treated Ellie in that band, it goes against who Tommy actually really is. And it makes you wonder how many of us would change completely because of one event. And Tommy isn't the only one who transformed. Abby's story shows us something even darker, how holding onto it never ends well. Abby's entire life revolved around avenging her father, and yes, she got her revenge when she killed Joe. But did it heal her? Did it bring her peace? No. All it brought was death all around her and eventually suffering. Hate is a fire that only burns you from the inside, and Abby's story proved that. If this already make you see this character differently, let me know and make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Let's move on because loyalty has its own cost too. And Jesse's story proved that. Jesse was the guy who always showed up no matter what. But that same loyalty cost him his life. And the message here is brutal. But before we discuss this message, let me clarify it. Jesse could have decided not to go with Ellie or Tommy to get justice for Joe. It wasn't any of his business, but yet he couldn't let his friend go through this battle alone. He decided to tag along, and this led him to his death. So the message here is sometimes the qualities that make us most dependable are the same ones that put us in danger. And speaking of sacrifice, Dina shows us even more painful truths. Even loving someone with everything doesn't mean you will get to keep them. Dina gave everything for Ellie. She supported her, cared for her, and sacrificed her own safety and her child's safety for Ellie. And yet, what did Ellie do in return? Ellie left her. So the message here is love and sacrifice doesn't guarantee a happy ending. And if you thought Dina's story was heartbreaking, this is the ultimate lesson. Hope doesn't guarantee success. And that's the bitter truth that everyone needs to understand. Tess believed in Joe and Ellie. She believed they could change the world, but her hope cost her life. And that is one of the hardest lessons in The Last of Us. Sometimes hope doesn't pay off. And not only in The Last of Us, even in the real life. You could have hope. Hope can keep you going and going, but doesn't actually guarantee success. And yet people choose it anyway. And maybe that's the meaning of life right there. Love, pain, sacrifice. So the question is, what is life? The Last of Us tells us it's not about certainty, it's about choosing anyway. If this breakdown gave you a new perspective, hit that like button and subscribe for more. And you might want to check this video out. It's about how I explore the dark side of the Miller family.